In this video, I'm going to show you how to get this Omen transformation. This is an item called the Lamenter Omen, and it's really interesting. What this is going to do is provide a boost to your physical and magical defense. This form is also going to boost your arcane by +8. And the really cool part about the Lamenters Mask is you can use it again after you already transformed to create a giant head. And yes, it does actually attack enemies. So let's start at the site of grace right over here at the castle front, located right before Castle Ensis. Hop on your trusted mount and we're gonna go this way. Now, for those who are subscribed to me, you probably already know this pathway because we covered this in our dragon video. But for those who are new and joining us, you can just follow along as we head towards this pathway. Continue going up this road. Go past these guards here. They hit pretty hard. Keep going up this pathway where all these gravestones are. There's a lot of dead people in this game. As you continue going straight here, you're then going to find a site of grace. Go to that site of grace right here. Activate that. This is the pillar path waypoint. Now, depending on what you've done in your game, there is an NPC over here named Aegon. If you interact with him, you basically start this quest line. If you don't start the quest line. Please don't kill him. I have a whole nother video talking about this, but for now, let's keep going down this pathway over here. You may or may not have a dragon man show up as an invasion on this road. If he does show up, just beat him, and after you defeat the dragon man, just continue going straight down this pathway until you enter this cave. This is the Dragon's Pit. So when you're in the Dragon's Pit, just go ahead and save at this site of grace, or just, sit there because the game auto saves. And from this site of grace, you're going to head down this entire pathway here, and you're going to hang left to skip those enemies, as our focus in this video is just getting what we need. Dodge this guy by going forward, go down here, go straight down over here, turn left, and then you're gonna make another left, get past this guy, and make another left right over here and go down here. Now, once you reach this point of the room, you're gonna see a staircase that goes up and a staircase going down. If you go up, you're gonna be able to fight a magma worm, and if you beat him, you'll get yourself a dragon smithing stone. But we're not really focusing that, so you can take the path going down right now, this way, and we're gonna go all the way down here. And then you're gonna see that you cannot go anywhere. There's a big hole gate in the floor, a very dark hole. But we're gonna read this, and it says do it, and we're gonna believe in this. So I'm gonna just drop down here like this, and you survive. Now, right in front of you is going to lead into a boss room. So go into that. This is where you're gonna fight the Dragon Man. You can choose this boss however you may want. Once you defeat the Dragon Man, you will get the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana that drops from it. And after that, you'll see this blue line that makes you teleport out of here. But there's a door right here. You want to go ahead and open up the door. Once you open up this door, you're going to continue going forward through this tunnel, and then you'll arrive at another site of grace right over here. Now, from the Dragon Pit Terminus, you can hop on your steed over here and just go straight up here, and you'll reach the foot of the Jagged Peak. Now, from the foot of the Jagged Peak, you want to make your way down here, and you may see a dragon that is dead center right in front of you. You can avoid this if you want. If you want to fight it, you can also fight it. And what you want to do is just completely go around this boss and head towards the south area. Then you're going to see this giant dragon statue straight ahead. You're going to see an altar, a dragon communion altar, and you're going to see a dragon priestess here. Feel free to ignore these NPCs if you don't want to mess up a quest line or start a quest line halfway through. So I'm just going to save here at the site of grace and avoid talking to anyone here, as this is not the quest line. At the end of this video, you can click the next video to watch it though. So go down this pathway right over here by its wing, hop over here, hop down here, and then right in front of you, you're going to start to see a red floor. Nice red floor with the beautiful red flowers. Love to see it. And this is going to bring you into the next area, which is going to be called Charo's hidden grave. So from this point, you're going to follow me, and there is bosses on the way. There are bosses, my English. You can ignore them or you can fight them. I'm just going to ignore them for the sake of this video. So we have this Tibia boat sailor guy that we saw in the base game. He's just hanging out over here. Gonna go right by him. And then you're going to arrive at another site of grace, which is going to be called Charo's hidden grave. After activating this site of grace, you're going to walk forward and you're going to walk into this much more open area. And open areas should signify something to you that there could possibly be enemies or another boss. At nighttime, I believe a deathrite bird does show up over there. So just keep that in mind. And we're gonna head towards this area. So you see a lot of metallic stuff on the floor and an open gate here leading into something. This is Lamenters Gaol once you enter into it. If you have your map open up, unfortunately, there's no underground mapping, which they need to add to this game. But from here, we're just literally walking all the way till this spot. And you're gonna walk in and activate the site of grace in Lamenters Gaol. From this site of grace, make your way down this pathway. And what you're gonna notice is that there is a door right in front of you, and if you go up to it, you cannot open it because it requires a key. So what you want to do is just backtrack and turn to the right and enter this room. There's a couple of enemies here, so just be careful. Walk past that first door and then turn to the next door on the right, and then run up to this chest over here, open it up, and you'll get a key. This key is going to be important for opening up that door, but before that, let's turn to the right side here and go down into this room and just pick up an item that's sitting here for us. Through this door and pick this up. So this item just emits a blissful lamentation. Nothing too crazy beyond that. Okay, cool. After you get that, we're gonna head all the way back and then drop down here, go to the door, open it up, and then head down the ladder. What a thrill. Once you walk out in this room, you're gonna want to turn to the left, and you're gonna find a hole in the ground. Just drop down here, turn on your lantern to see, and go straight through this tunnel here. You're gonna see a bunch of rats. Keep going forward. And then once you reach this next section, stay to the left to avoid the big rat on the bottom. Then drop down here and go to this next room. You're going to hang a right immediately, and you're going to find an item right here. Pick this up. This item is the Clarifying Horn +2, which will vastly raise your focus. Once you get that, you're just going to go and turn left. And then turn left again, where this big rat is, and you'll find a ladder that brings you upstairs. When you come out of this door and you turn right over here and enter this room, you'll find the Chilling Perfume Bottle if you're using the new weapons in the DLC and want some cross buildup. It's right over here. After exiting out of this room, follow this pathway right over here. Okay, we need to not die. And climb up these steps here. Just avoid these screaming broken pot people. They do damage. And then when you walk into this room right in front of you, it's going to completely collapse, and the floor below you is going to be shown. From here, you're going to exit right out this door and then turn right on the first set of steps. When you walk into this room and turn left, you'll find an item on the floor, which is called the Call of Tibia. And for those wondering what it is a consumable that uses FP to summon one lost in death. After you get that, exit out of this room and continue going up the steps. And then enter this room on the right side. Jump right across this, go into this room, and when you drop down here, immediately make your way towards the left side here, jumping over all this, watch the pot guy, and then you'll find a chest that has a key for the next room. Great, I died. After you get the item from your chest, you're gonna make your way back to the steps from where you came from, so just like this, and climb up. Climb back up. and then you're going to head to the next set of steps at the top. Just dodge that enemy that comes out the room, and then you're going to drop down here like this and walk forward this way. Drop down this ladder, and once you're at the bottom, we're gonna walk into a boss fight. Now this boss fight I thought was really simple. If you apply a lot of pressure and attack this boss, it's eventually gonna go into a phase where it disappears completely and then make a bunch of clones of it. I found the clones pretty easy to deal with, but if you find the real body and hit it, it's then going to make all the clones disappear. So just apply pressure. If you have a summon, it's going to probably help you during this fight. And then once you defeat the boss, it's going to drop the Lamenters Mask. It's a permanent item, so all you have to do is just put it in your inventory to use. And then when you use it, your character will fall on the floor and transform into the Lamenter. But I have to tell you that this is not the only form in the game. In fact, there's two other forms that you could transform into, this dragon form and this dragon form, and you can find that in this video right here on your screen.